striking of matches, the flash of blue flame, and the laughter of the whole family. And after testing the beans on rats, they could no longer tell which one cut the cheese. It's hard enough being a fighty lab rat, but when you look like this, you sound like a tuba. Congrats!
News from the modern world, Wilpod. In southwest England, the Avon and Somerset police force has been trying to get down with the kids by plastering housing estates with posters written in SMS speak like this. This translates as, do your parents know where you are or what you are doing because the police will tell them. The Bill have got it all wrong. Instead of trying to get kids to stop committing crimes, they should put up signs that read, want to have fun and beat people up? Join the police force. If they really want to build a rapport with today's kids, why not just go online? Instead of a gruff authority figure in a uniform, you could be a 14-year-old girl called Inspector Candy. I don't think the police should get into SMS. You don't want to see what predictive text does to the word constable.
Great news this week.
Wow.
The government is going to make speed signs bigger so that we know what the hell speed we're meant to be going. You know, it's a nightmare now with all these different speed zones. I drive a V8 in the city, all right? In the 40k zones, I've got to drive with my handbrake on, you know? Seriously, in the school zones, I've got to go so slow past schools now, I think I'm going to get arrested for being a pervert. Ridiculous, seriously. I don't want a V8 anymore anyway, bloody hell. I've got no points left. Government, why give me points when you're just going to take them away? I lost my last points coming home from Albury. I mean, you want to get out of that hellhole as quickly as you can. Hello to everyone from Albury, that's a joke, don't worry about that. But seriously though, I had the police sirens behind me and I thought I'd better pull over so they can go past and catch some criminals. No, I was the criminal. Seriously, I said to him, no, I don't know, I didn't concentrate on the speed. I'm thinking about the TV show I'm going to be on tonight. It worked. He got my autograph on the bloody fine sheets. Bloody, and I love fines, though. They're great, aren't they? I treat them like lessons in investment. I get them, I put them in a drawer and I let them sit there and watch them grow. Seriously. Once I got so many fines that a sheriff came around and offered me a free holiday, all expenses paid, with the chance to find romance. Hey, you.
All right, let's get to it! Joining me, Corinne and Dave, to throw some stones in the glass house tonight, the hot babe of Melbourne stand-up, Terri Psiakis. And the hot babe of Irish stand-up, Byrne. All right, movers and shakers. First up, the latest innovation in the Big Brother house is a punishment room with glass walls and a 12-volt electric shock machine. I thought the punishment room was any room where people were actually watching Big Brother. The AMA criticised the 12-volt shock machine, saying the gene pool will be a lot better off if the voltage is much higher. Terri, you love reality. How's Big Brother shaping up for you this year?
Well, I'm watching it again. Don't ask me why, but I am. But I agree with you with this 12-volt thing. It's not high enough because I believe if you're going to do something, do it properly, right? If you're going to shock someone in the Big Brother house, make that shock big enough to make their breast implants explode.
What is the go with the breast implants, though, at that age? 19, one of the girls?
Yeah, that's
That is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, they always say it's for self-esteem. Like, and they cost $12,000 for self-esteem. Just give me the 12 grand. I'll follow you around all day going, geez, you're hot.
Ridiculous. I respect women, I really do. I mean, I was at a strip club recently.
Yeah.
One of the stripper said she was going to get a breast implant. I said, not with my money, you're not. She looked perfect. This was years ago, by the way, but she looked perfect.
The 2 people in there who've discussed their breast implants, so I'm pretty sure there's more than 2 people in there with breast implants, but it's a mother-daughter team, which I find weird as a bonding exercise to go and get your breast, you know, augmented.
Yeah.
It's like, what's next? Father-son penis enlargements? It's just ridiculous.
I think the daughter's ones was like a present. I love that. How do you unwrap those on the big day? I wonder what it is. Ah, boobs.
And she could have, like, the mother could have got them and passed them on when she died. Like,
The thing I do like about boob implants is they're kind of like eggs. You get people into a swimming pool, the normal boobs will sink, but the bad boobs
What are
will
they,
float.
witches?
Like, no, like eggs. They're like eggs, you know, bad eggs float.
What?
Oh, look, fine.
You put eggs in your breast?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Jason. That's exactly
See,
what I was
that's
saying.
why my wife hates me.
why?
I just can't talk to women. You know, I mean, there's poor Korean talking about something. All I can hear is eggs, breasts, floating, empty. What? What time? I don't know. I have to listen.
What about
more.
your wife? You've got a beautiful wife, I imagine. Would you
You
ever...
imagine?
No, I don't imagine.
He's imagining you're right.
What a weird thing to do, Easy.
I assume that you've got a lovely wife. I mean...
Oh, you assume?
I'm imagining your wife's attractive, but I don't know what a breast...
She is attractive.
And was she got big breasts or not?
Well, yeah, well, now we're getting to it. Well, I don't know, you know, because, I mean, well, she kind of has,
Have you
right?
never seen them?
Well, no, I'm not allowed near my wife. Because she imagines you're her husband. So it's quite difficult, because then I'd be having an affair on her, and you're a mate, and I don't want to upset you. What the hell's happening?
Dave was asking, what would you feel like if your wife got a boob job?
A boob job?
Yeah.
What, like shoveling boobs? How weird would that be? God damn husband. I've been shoveling boobs all day.
So you're avoiding the question...
Oh, my wife, if she got a boob job, I wouldn't mind, because I love boobs, because I'm a man. Boo-boo-roo-ba-ba-bam-ba. What are you going to do? What are you going to say to your wife? No, I don't want you to have bigger breasts. I'm actually a zebra. I'm not interested. You know, you've got a girlfriend, you know, so you gotta give her loads of boobs. Unscrew the boobs. Have a selection of boobs. Different colours, ones that light up. Mad shit. Well, that was quite enjoyable.
That was enjoyable. Terry, what have you got to say?
Oh, yeah, Terry, sorry, this is your segment.
All I was going to say, I think the weirdest thing about one set of the implants that's in the house is that they belong to a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Which I think 19 is probably a bit too young, because I'm 28 and these showed up at around about 23. So there is a chance that they could still, you know, grow, and she'll be a bit ergonomically unsound, a la Dolly Parton.
What do you mean your breasts showed up
Well,
at
they
23?
weren't-
Were they just at the door?
There was...
Your wife was delivering them. Bing bong. Boob job. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we
Can I
go.
ask, Terry, was it at 23 you developed, was it an overall...
Just had always been a little bit, you know, not much chop, and 23, I don't know why, they
A little
just
bit of
arrived.
extra puberty.
A little bit, yeah.
I had the extra puberty in my mid-20s as well.
Really?
Yeah, I grew pubes.
Whoa. Our next movers and shakers are researchers in Belgium who've proved what the world has always suspected. Show a man an attractive woman and his ability to make sensible decisions goes out the window. So never fly in a plane when the pilot has an erection. But if a picture of a pretty lady screws up men's rational thinking, they should change that sign with the woman and child crossing the road, because that lady silhouette is hot. Jason, you're famous for your sensible decisions. Are you a slave to testosterone?
Oh, yes. I'm a mess, really, you know. I mean, I see women and then I just work. Then everything's a mess afterwards, you know, because I see all the bits and pieces, you know.
Yeah.
Because women are quite dangerous, you know. Do you know what I mean? Do you reckon? I mean, what do you mean? Do you reckon? You just fucking are dangerous, you know.
You lose your mind with women,
you do. Yeah, I'm not good because I find that women are quite. I mean, I just go for all the bits, you know, and then it's
You're
like
superficial, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very superficial because I see women like Venus flytraps when you're very young. There's any young kids out there, be careful of the ladies because they do that because they smell nice with the nice colours and the bits and the bits for you know. They go, look at the bits, come closer. I've more bits. Look, they're getting bigger as you approach me. Here they come. I'm still smelling nice. Come on, here. Why don't you put your head in here? You fucking idiot. But I do love my wife. She hates me, though. We're trying to have another child, but she won't let me touch her. It's really odd.
Really? So it's going to be hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got to throw the sperm across the room. Can we cut that bit out? Because that's weird.
Oh, yeah, everything else was completely sensible.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Really, really sick, yucky Spider-Man.
Oh, my God. Thanks. How quick would you get your girlfriend pregnant then? It'd be amazing.
Would, yeah.
Mind you, you wouldn't want to try climbing with sperm.
No. Terry, would you want to try that?
Thank you, Terry.
Well, I kind of feel for your wife because, and I mean
you
this
feel
with...
for my wife and he's sleeping with her.
No. I mean this with affection, but I imagine...
Affection!
I imagine that living with I mean this with affection, I imagine
23.
that living with you would be like living with the entire Looney Tunes cartoon catalogue.
Well done.
And I mean it with affection.
Well, you know, I'll tell you, the way my wife shuts me up in my house, she goes, this house is not a venue.
It's not a venue. You're not doing a gig.
No. Yeah, because when I come home, do you tend to have your voice too loud when you go home?
No, I don't say much at all. That's an issue as well.
Is it? Is that an issue?
Yeah, well, you should talk more, yeah.
It sounds to me like you two should swap partners.
We have.
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Terri Psiakis. Jason Moe.
Later in the glass house, George W. Bush gets wind of a Baghdad plan to assassinate him.
And this historic achievement by determined Iraqis will make America more secure.
And Philip Ruddock finds a polite way of saying that John Howard is an infectious microbe.
He is accommodated in a single cell.
Our mighty tag team guest tonight, he's been making the ladies swoon at the Capitol Theatre, Arj Barker. And she's been making the gentlemen nervous at the Swiss Club, Fiona O'Loughlin. In Texas, undercover police are going into bars to arrest drinkers for being drunk. So if someone comes up to you in a bar and says, blow on this, it could be a cop. Depends on the bar. So how does an undercover cop determine if people are drunk? One way is to hide a breathalyzer inside some balloons, then go into the bar and ask for help disguised as a clown with asthma. Probably not the best way, but it is a way, and it's important. Fiona, you're a champion of civil rights. Should the drunks be free to live in peace?
Absolutely. My local, this disturbed me, my local in Alice Springs, it's a bar called Bojangles, right? It's open till dawn. That's why it's my local. And but it's full of, like, they play country music and it's wall to wall with international tourists. But what they've done is put a live, this is as true as I'm sitting here, right? They've put a live webcam in.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with that is that my teenagers can go on the net and check me out boot scooting with an Austrian backpacker at 3 o'clock in the morning.
like the fact that you've gone to that pub so many times that your kids have cottoned on to the fact that there's a webcam and they can look you up.
We miss Mummy. It didn't have a webcam then, but the first time I ever went there when I moved to Alice Springs, I couldn't believe it. It was just like, wow, a pub that's open till dawn, you know? And we were just newlywed, and my husband went home, like, at about 1, because he's a normal person, right? And I caught a taxi home, and we'd only been married 2 weeks, and we lived in this street with all these, you know, housing commission houses. And I got out of the cab about 6 o'clock, and I went to the wrong house.
Your husband...
And put myself to bed.
Are you a drinker?
Well, I drink a little bit, but like I live in California, some people there think you shouldn't drink at all. You know, like my yoga friends are like, Arj, you shouldn't drink, man. The body's a temple. The body's a temple. And like, I'm like, well, yeah, the body might be a temple, but I'm not religious. So what I prefer to do is to lease my temple to demons for private parties. The way this festival's gone, I don't think they're getting their security deposit back. As they've trashed the place.
This is true.
Yeah, sure.
I actually went to an AA meeting.
Yeah, because you're an alcoholic.
I checked. No, I wasn't sure.
You weren't sure? You weren't sure? Is there a test you can do? What do they do?
And the first time you go to an AA meeting, you don't actually say, you know, hi, I'm Fiona, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You sit and watch.
You just watch, yeah.
And I watched this girl, and she was about 23, right? And she actually said, oh, hi, my name's Deborah, and I'm an alcoholic. And because they tell their story. And she said, and I'm sitting there listening to this, and she said, and I realised I had a problem with alcohol when I had too much to drink a few weeks ago, and I came home and I had a fight with my boyfriend, and I threw a phone book at him, and it missed him, but it could have hit him on the side of the head. And I'm like this. Is there a higher level?
They're really cracking down, though. Also, I don't know if this was in the article or not, but they're actually sending undercover police into donut shops to try to arrest stoners. But they might cancel it because what's been happening is cops have accidentally been arresting other cops. But it's serious shit. One of my best friends back home just got caught with like nearly 2 kilos of marijuana. But, you know, luckily, I was the one that caught him. So. And I was like, look, man, this could have been a lot worse.
Tonight's question on the Glass House is, what's your nickname? Let's find some answers.
Actually, my nickname's Niño, and in Spanish, that means little boy.
Niño? Niño, is that like the El Nino effect?
That's it, I'm hot.
So is that the El Little Boy effect? Niño, what is your nickname?
Pretty boring, actually. That's my abbreviation of my surname, which is Fitzsimmons, so Simo.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing
That's
exciting.
It's pretty boring.
Chipmunk?
Chipmunk.
That's another one, but it's a bit offensive, so I won't say it.
All right, no, say it. Well, come on, what is it?
Oh, it's just short shit.
Short shit.
Oh, it was ghouls, actually.
Ghouls? Why ghouls?
A very, very unfortunate last name of Ghoulie.
Right, what's your nickname?
Skeletor.
Skeletor, yeah?
Hang on, you want a nickname, not my screen name?
This guy, he's here all week. Check the veal. No, get on your no.
No, I'm Ollie.
No one's ever called you Stretch or Shorty? Big earphones?
Jeff.
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 That's like a normal name. What's your actual name?
Aaron. Mine's Ronstar.
Is your name Ronald?
No, it's Ronnie.
It's Ronnie?
Yeah.
Well, what's it say on your licence? Does it say Ronald?
Nah, I don't like Ronald.
Give us your licence, get it out. I don't believe this, man. Says Ronnie on his licence. Rubbish. All right. It's actually Ronnie. He's Ronnie Wong and I was wrong.
In marvellous news for morons, SeaWorld in Queensland is going to stop using the name fairy penguins because they're worried about offending the gay community. And SeaWorld in the Northern Territory is going to start using the name Big Sissy Homo Penguins because they want to offend the gay community. Husey, I'd like your help. want you to be a controversial penguin and we're going to interview you. First question, Fairy Dave. Are you?
Am I? What? Happy? I'm real happy. Have a look at me beak. It's as stiff as a board.
Why are your eyes underneath your beak?
I like to see my food from below.
What do you actually call yourself? I mean, everyone's putting these labels on you, but what do you call yourself?
Kevin. That's my name, yeah.
But what about your breed, your species? What do you call,
I call it Kevin's posse. Yeah.
Can I ask on that, do you have a life partner, a partner at this time?
It's really hard to say. I mean, life's a very long time, isn't it, you know? I like to swim around.
So you don't have a partner?
Oh, not really. I mean, there's people I see, but I wouldn't consider them exclusive, and I don't think they would either. We're all just having a good time, you know? I mean...
You all kind of look the same, too, so it's
We do look
easy.
the same, yeah. That can get confusing, actually. I thought you were away for the weekend.
I can't believe you said you didn't have a partner. I've been sitting on that egg for 3 months. And here you are wandering around Australia like a horny bollocks.
It was your choice to lay that egg. I never wanted that egg. God's sake, couldn't we have just had some fun? The way you're whinging, wonder I don't bloody come home. God.
Yeah, but all you had to do was go and get some fish and stick it in your neck and bring it back to the kids, you mean shit. But what did you do? Oh, no, off to the pub for a little bit of penguin footy, and then you only go and fucking give all the fish to everybody in the poxy bar.
Well, they're bloody attractive bloody penguins. Have a look at you. Look, you got a bloody dunny brush stuck to your head.
Sorry, Will, and I know you because I've seen you on the telly in the article. The reason why I have what you so call a dunny brush attached to my head is because I haven't been to the hairdressers for 3 months.
We never got married, all right? You bloody trapped me. I thought you were a man. That's why I did it with you.
So you're actually a gay penguin?
Oh, well, it's very hard to tell the difference.
That's what he said after he's seen that cowboy movie in the tent with the hats.
Well, if you look like Heath Ledger, I would hang around, wouldn't I?
But when we make love, I sound like Heath Ledger.
What?
Excuse me, we're on TV.
Where did you two meet?
We met at the, you tell them. I can't remember, I was pissed.
We were in my mother's house. And, Kevin...
Sorry, what's your wife's name, by the way, Kevin?
Oh, yeah, Kevin, why don't you guess that for 5 minutes?
Her name is, Whinging Bitch.
Well, that's the way it is for Wednesday, May the 10th. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Art. Thank you, Terri. Let's take a look at tomorrow's headlines. The Express Advocate reports Peter Costello says surplus will buy future needs. Votes. According to the Fin Review, budget delivers extra $40 for families. For $60 worth of stuff the government used to deliver for free. The Illawarra Mercury claims doctors drill into Keith Richards' head. Fined 2 miners. Sun says, Shane Warne plans comeback. Just waiting for the right back. Good night!
Join us Friday on the front line of comedy